guys, I'm here with Chloe and Sadie, and they're going to be talking about social media.
So, Chloe, how did social media, specifically Instagram, start out?
Well, Kevin Systrom and Mike Krieger created it to mimic the Foursquare app. This app was created for like tags and videos, filters, and like location like maps.
Literally never heard of that app before. Thank God for Instagram, though.
They decided to like change it to make it like a photo sharing app instead. Like that's basically what we know as Instagram today. It came out on the Apple iPhone in 2010 and on the Android in 2012. Wait, so what was needed for Instagram to like be created?
Well, obviously we needed phones. So they needed phones with a screen, and they had to have programmers and coders like trained to be able to like navigate the apps and create it with like all the filters and being able to post and like tag people and stuff.
I have a question. What's the positive impacts of social media?
Well, 96% of people follow or even view a brand on Instagram, and that can really help boost the company and really like advertise them and just get them more money.
Yeah, I follow so many brands on Instagram. Like
Same.
I love to look at their stuff. So definitely makes me always want to buy stuff on Instagram and like straight from the ads. I always want to just like click it and buy it.
No, yeah, for sure. I like that's so me. I bought so much
I'm a
makeup.
shopaholic.
Yeah. But can't like the social media put people out of jobs?
Yeah, so it's been reported that a lot of people are losing their jobs to social media because of the fact that they can advertise and they don't need people to go out and do it or make a lot of advertisements because everything's online now and digital, and you can use like AI and stuff. So a lot of people are losing their jobs due to social media.
Wow. What are some other negative impacts because of social media?
So there's a lot of negative impacts, but what I would say is the most big one that stands out to me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I said that wrong. The one that stands out to me most is the mental health effects that it has on kids. So usually it affects, like most commonly, kids 12 to 17 years old. And it's reported that 32% have increased of anxiety and 25% have an increase in depression. And usually that's due to like when you see like a famous person posting a photo and like that's like fully edited, they have a full face of makeup on, like they like claim it looks natural, but it's not. And I think that's what really starts to affect people because they see that everywhere they look on social media. And a study showed, like an early 2019 study showed that a lot of kids from ages 12 to 18 have expressed to their families and parents that they want to get cosmetic surgery to change how they look because they aren't happy with their look due to social media and constantly like seeing it.
Wow. And like that's like young age. Like your body's still like going through changes, and it's like, and you want to like look like a 40-year-old woman posting like pictures. Like you're gonna have acne. You're not gonna look perfect.
Nobody like wants to. I think the big thing is nobody wants to accept like, well, this is how I look like. I can't change it, like, and stuff like that. So they want to be able to like fully change how they look to look like the people on social media. But like nothing on social media is real. It's all like edited, or those people have just like a bunch of work done.
And all the filters that you can put on yourself to make your skin look perfect.
It's just really unhealthy to constantly be like looking at people with the mindset of, oh, I want to look like them, and oh, I want to be like that, or like even when like people on social media like post like their crazy big trips, like they're broke after that. Like no, I'm serious though, like, or like it's all being paid for and stuff, like all the work they get done, all the editing they do, like nothing that they actually have is like on themselves, like looking the way they look is real, like when you actually see them without filters on or without any makeup on.
Bad lighting.
Yeah. Like, so just having that, like, constantly, like, shown to kids and, like, because parents let their kids have social media at such a young age, too. Like, I know kids who have social media and they're, like, 10. And then they're, like, seeing photos of, like, Kim Kardashian. And she's, like, she looks like that. Or, like models,
Khloe
too.
Kardashian and all that editing.
it's very unhealthy for kids to see.
Yeah.
And it's really disappointing too that kids express like feeling so insecure at such a young age, like because it's totally appropriate to like have acne and stuff.
So with all this going on, why do you think we still go on social media and parents still allow us to go on social media?
I think it's because social media, it's addicting.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like, I don't know if trendy is the right word, but almost everyone has social media. Like, a lot of the time, if you don't have social media, you're singled out, or a lot of people communicate through social media too. Like, I know I send my friends things on Instagram all the time, or I DM people on Instagram. So I think that parents continue to let their kids have it because they just think it's a phone as a whole that's causing the mental health and not what they're seeing on social media.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I think that like nobody's really paying attention to the like serious effects of it. Why do you think that they allow them to still have social media and go on it?
Well, there can still be some positive impacts. Like besides like the boosting your company, like you have connection with family and friends. Like I know my friend moved away to like Arizona. I don't see her ever, but since I have social media, I still like can talk to her and see what she's doing in her life.
Yeah, exactly. So like there are positives, but it's not like overall, would you say that it's a negative place or a positive place to be on?
Probably negative, just because of all the like mental health effects that it has on people of such young ages. It's not worth it.
Yeah, and and the just the message that's put out by people on social media and everything that everyone does, because you can like make yourself look like you're living this really perfect life, but in reality you could like be going home and being miserable and stuff like that. So I don't know. I think it's really unhealthy.
It's a face that you put up for others to see and that you want them to see. They don't see the hurt behind it.
You can only show like on social media, like nobody's gonna like post a bad photo. Like you're only gonna show the best parts of your life is what
Exactly.
I hear a lot of like people who like do social media like for a job, like they post and stuff, like influencers, they say like you only can put out the best parts of your life because if you show any like other emotion, people are going to be like, oh, like that's not normal, even though it is normal.
Yeah.
That's just not what society has been like trained in, like what they have deemed normal, you know?
Yeah.
So showing anything other than like perfect, like beautiful photos or like your perfect life it's like just not okay, but in reality it should be okay. So Chloe, like when we see posts on social media, like what are the most common posts you see?
I feel like I see a lot of like the Taylor Swift Eras tour and like like you see like all that and like how perfect.
Whatever's trending.
Yeah, but also like you don't see a lot of the war in Israel. Like that's an important subject.
Yeah.
But you don't see that like ever.
I think you see things here and there and people are like, oh, they like acknowledge that it's happening, but I'll like scroll, I'll see like 10 things about like Taylor Swift or 10 things about like Drake or something like that. And then I'll see like one thing on like a war that's happening somewhere. I'm like, I didn't even know that was happening because nobody is bringing light to it.
Yeah.
And paying attention to like the serious things that are impacting our world.
I mean, yeah, like you'll go in the comments of a random post and it'll be like free Palestine or something.
Yeah.
Or like support the war. And it's like, you don't.
I didn't even know the war. I didn't even know what was happening in Israel happened until like 3 days after it started.
Yeah, like until we learned about it in history.
Yeah. So it was, I don't know, I think it is definitely negatively affecting us, you know, because we're seeing things that like we're only seeing the good, like Taylor Swift, Drake, like all these influencers posting, but we are not seeing like the really important things that we need to acknowledge.
Yeah.
So what do you think the future of social media looks like?
Well, I know the goal that Systrom and Krager want is for people to connect with each other and like with the world and to like really know about the real-time view of the world. Like, you know, the war.
Yeah, like
and,
what's going on and where it's happening and how we can help, not just pretty people giving false expectations.
Like dances.
Yeah. So
I know it was created also to like be able to discuss political opinions and like interesting things that's as a whole around the world. What are you doing? Do you think the positive outcomes of social media outweigh the negative outcomes of social media?
I do not. I think that there are far too many negatives to even like compete with the positives. I think, yes, social media is a great place to communicate with your friends and family and see what everyone's up to, but it's also a really toxic place where people people can get like really insecure about the way they look, and people
for sure.
Because I know that because of social media, the depression rate, the anxiety rate, and the suicide rate have all gone up in the past couple of years, and that's because social media has like expanded so much. So I do not think that the positives outweigh the negatives. I think that it's a really unhealthy place, and I think maybe almost everyone should probably take a step back. What do you think?
I really agree with that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would have said exactly what you said.
Yeah.
That was stellar. I learned so much from you guys. Thank you so much. That was Chloe and Sadie.
That was so cool.
That was fun.
I love you.
Yeah.
Wait, is this for Miss K?
Yeah.
Hola, Miss K. I love you.
This episode has been a production of the Capistrano Valley Christian Schools Podcast Network. Capistrano Valley Christian Schools is a Christian JK through 12 school in San Juan Capistrano, California. Be sure to check out, subscribe to, and leave a review of this show and the other shows on our network on your podcast player of choice. Doing so supports the school community in a multitude of ways. For more information about the CVCS Podcast Network or any of our other shows, check out cvcs.org or email podcasts@cvcs.org. On behalf of the whole network, this is Mr. Jasper saying thank you again for listening and stay tuned for more.